Hi, everyone. Good morning. Can I have a thumbs up so that I know you can see me and hear me properly, please? And let me clear my throat before I start speaking. So, how are you today? Sorry. How are you? Hi, Chris. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, everything is running smooth, I believe. So, how are you since yesterday? Since we had this beautiful full moon in the sign of Libra. Let me know in the comments how you are feeling. If something has stirred, if you could have a good night's sleep, if you are feeling calm and balanced. So let us know. Let us know in the comments. Okay. And if this is your first time here with us, be very welcome. Come on in, sit down, relax, grab a cup of water or a cup of tea so you can have nearby. You will be needing it throughout the session to replace everything we will be releasing from our energetic system. Okay, so go and grab a tea, water, it will be fine. Spring water, if you have, it will be the best. If not, your favorite water can do the trick. Um, okay, so we are here. Today is the day 3 of the Equinox series. We will address the Solar Plexus chakra today. We started this journey on Monday. So if you just arrived, it's okay. You are right on time. Okay, these sessions are being recorded. So if you'd like to revisit them, if you'd like to share them with someone, just ask me how at the end of the session and I will let you know the link. Okay, they will be uploaded to a different platform. So, hi, Karen. Nice to have you back. Hi, Cindy. You're in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful. What time is it? They're like 5 a.m., something like that. Mira, hi, Mira. Not so late today. No. We just started. Yay. Cindy, yes. So 5 a.m. Early, early. Hi, Z. Good morning. So, how are you throughout this journey? How are you? So, we had the root chakra on Monday, the sacral chakra on Wednesday. Yesterday, we had a full moon in Libra. And today, we are stepping in to the solar plexus. So, if you have anything yellow nearby, go and grab it. Even if it's just a pencil, a pen, I don't know, something like an object, something, just bring it closer. And also today, if you have a candle, just lit it because we are harnessing the power of fire, which is the one that rules the solar plexus. Hi, Chris. So, in the middle of the night here in Wyoming, USA, good morning and great blessings to everyone. Excited to be here. Full moon was spectacular. Yeah, we felt the same thing, Chris. Really, really wonderful. Karen, I had a great day yesterday. My mantra was I flow like water. Beautiful, beautiful. Because yeah, that's what we need to do, right? To flow with whatever is happening in our life. Flow as in accepting what we cannot change and following without um, too many stricted plans. Like let your plans, well, plans need to be there, of course, but let your plans be flexible and open enough so you can flow like the river. Today we have one of my cats here. This is Belchior. His name after one of the three wise men. So yeah, I believe he will stay with us. Look, yeah, finding the best spot, right? Finding the best spot. Probably the other ones will come by as well. So if you do not know me, I am a mother of cats. Always surrounded by cats. Um, Chris is really like this mentor, Karen. Yeah, it is very good. Very, very good. Okay. So you may hear my dogs in the back, the ducks, chicken, the rooster. So that's the perks of living in the country. So let them just be part of our meditation. They will be like a nice background noise or background sounds. It's like a soundtrack. Okay, so um, my name is Alexandra. For those that are here for the first time, I live in Portugal. I am an intuitive therapist or intuitive healer. I don't know really the label to it, but I work with energy. I read auras. I balance chakras. I read tarot, one of my favorites. And I'm also a teacher. So everything putting together, that's me. That's me. And I'm here just holding this space for us to not just connect, but to balance and to come back to our centers in this change of seasons. That's why this is called the Equinox series. We are balancing a chakra, the 7 main chakras, one by one. And also, of course, because we had a full moon yesterday, it came into the journey as well. So if you'd like to revisit the ones that we already had, or if you'd like to watch them, replays are available. Okay. And Chrissy saying, struggle with flow can be a challenge. I found out that I am a true fire horse baby. Birthday explains so very much. So you were born on the 25th. Oh, 25th of March? Yeah, so it was just your birthday last week. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Another March baby we have here. I'm also a March baby. And yesterday we had a few participants that were also March babies. So, but I'm not an Aries, I'm a Pisces. So happy belated birthday. It explains so much you being a true fire horse. Of course. Of course. Because yes, well, the zodiacs or the archetypes, we are always talking about archetypes, whether it is the Chinese astrology, the Vedic astrology, the zodiac astrology, we are always working with archetypes. And archetypes are like these own entities that exist in our collective unconscious. And so they do activate something within us. And whenever we can relate, it's like, we're like, oh, okay, so it's not just me. Oh, okay, so that's why I'm feeling this, because we do need to understand where some things come from. Why? Why do I behave like this? Why do I feel like this? Why do I think like this? And these archetypes, they really help us to understand that. And by understanding, we accept, and by accepting, we love it. That's the way to love, to accept. More on that tomorrow with the heart chakra session. So today, the solar plexus. The solar plexus is our center, our power center, is where it's located on our stomach. Give and take, like 1 centimeter up or down, but it's over our stomach. And this is where our inner power manifests. So we saw that the root chakra is the support. The sacral chakra is the fuel with the emotions. The solar plexus is the spark that ignites our personal power. So we need the structure, we need the support from the root, we need the fuel from the sacral, and we need the spark to get things going. Just summing up, if the chakras had a statement, the root chakra would be I am. The sacral would be I feel. And the solar plexus is I do. I do in terms of I get things done. I act upon something. So I do. It's an action energy, like the fire. The fire is an action energy. And Chris is saying, so is my husband Pisces. Oh, his birthday week in a few years before mine. What is the date? Oh, my birthday is on the 11th, 11th March. Yeah. No, you have a hubby that is a Pisces. So sweet. Pisces, universe has a thing with Pisces. We are the favorites. Sorry to break it to you. We are the favorites. Um, because it is sad. Well, I'm joking, of course, there are no favorites, but it is said that Pisces are the ones that truly understand what divine means. It doesn't mean that we are born already knowing that, but throughout our lives, more and more we understand what divine means. And because of that, most of the time we are misunderstood. That's our karma to be misunderstood. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay, getting back to the chakras. So this journey throughout the chakras, it's like we are leveling up one of the time. And by taking the time to address each one in a specific day, helps us really to tap into it, to activate it, to get it going, to get it moving properly, to balance it, because we are not doing it at once. So each of these sessions has takes approximately 2 hours, 2 hours and something, depending on the chat that we always have here. So feel free every time to write on the comments whatever comes to your mind, whatever you'd like to share, whatever you'd like to ask. Go ahead. There's always time for that. Hi, peace. Welcome back, dear. Welcome back. Did you fall asleep? Did you fall asleep yesterday? um, okay, so this chakra, the translation, he says, yes, I fell asleep yesterday. I thought so. I thought so. Um, so in this level of energy or in this level of consciousness, we exist through the awareness of the relationship with ourselves. With the root chakra, we exist in relationship with the tribe we belong to, with the community we belong to. We move as one. The beliefs, the behaviors, the cultural inheritage, family inheritage. So we move as one and we are inside that. So we are part of a bigger community. That's how we understand that we exist. At the sacral chakra level, we exist in relationship with one person. So in one-on-one relationships, this is how we exist. This is how we know ourselves, through these one-on-one relationships. Now at the solar plexus level, we exist in relationship with ourselves. So here is where we start to the process called individuation. Here is where we start to become an individual. All these are the three lower chakras. They are what form our personality, which is different from our soul feeling or soul essence. Yeah. So this personality is shaped by the tribe, one-on-one relationships, and the relationship with ourselves. And when we reach this, well, it's always present. Okay. The chakras, they work together in connection with each and every one of them. But they also show us different parts of our lives. In this case, we are the center, solar. Remember, solar comes from sun, and the sun is the center of our life on the planet, right? Without the sun, we would not have life. Same thing happens here. Without our own sun, without our own power, we would not have our own life. And this is a very sensitive chakra. because it illuminates who we are, like it sparks who we are, but also it can attract um, people that do not have their own power or do not know how to master their own power. They get attached to ourselves. The cores of attachment, they often attach to our sacral chakra, because this is where solar plexus chakra, because this is where our energy is stirring. So if we have a lot of energy, without boundaries, without protecting ourselves, we often get cords attaching here to drain our energy. So this is particular important for the sensitive ones, for the empathic ones, for the ones that feel what the other person is feeling as well. It's okay to feel what they feel, but we need those boundaries. We need that protection. Otherwise, our energy will be drained out, because they do not know how to do it anywhere, any other way. So, but we cannot be the supply for other people's energy. We need our power. Okay. And sometimes what happens is that we give our power away because we think that, well, but I don't need mine. I can give it away. No, you always need yours. You always need your cup full first. Always. Because if it's empty, you have nothing to give to anyone else. Even if they need, you don't have anything. So filling your cup first, taking care of your energy first, that's what we need to do, especially at the solar plexus level. Let me just see what you were writing here, Cindy. I'm a Pisces too, from the 18th. I like knowing we are favorites, of course. Chris, think majority of my life has been governed by solar plexus. Gut instinct is huge for me in deciding things. Interesting, Chris. Karen, by the way, I love yellow. Half of the innate of my house. Oh, nice. It's painted well. Yellow. Beautiful. Yellow is a joyful color. Very joyful. ADV, hello. Do we need to work on chakra in sequence? Like first work on root chakra and then next one? There is no right or wrong here. You just work this journey. Of course, it is presented as a sequence, but it's not mandatory. You can do the solar plexus today, tomorrow you can go back to the root, the next day you can work with the crown. There's no right or wrong. The proposal here this week is to really work one-on-one, like in this kind of sequence, so we can integrate each of their energies, because we go from the densest energy to the lightest energy. But we can do it any other way around. We could start with the heart and then move up and then down. So there's no right or wrong, and there's no formula to this. Like in everything in life, there's actually not a formula. So we can work as we feel it, as we feel it. Okay. In every session, here we work with the root chakra because we ground every session. We are grounding. We always start the session by grounding with a grounding meditation. Why? So we can be in presence. Without presence, nothing happens and nothing transforms. So we start there, and then we can work with anything else. But again, ADV, there's no formula to do this. Okay, so getting back, solar plexus in Sanskrit is called Manipura. Manipura, which means jewel city. Isn't it lovely? It means jewel city. So it means that, yes, we spark. This is where we spark from. This is where we ignite our power. And its rule, as I said, it is ruled by the element of fire. Fire is the one that transforms, is the one that ignites and makes everything move, is the one that illuminates if we need some light. So all of these characteristics are in the solar plexus. where we operate from. And the solar plexus has this mission of teaching us to honor ourselves because it is our inner power. We don't get to give it away. We can share it, but we don't get to give it away, because once we take our power and give it away to someone else, meaning we do not decide anything for ourselves and let all other people decide for us, we are giving away our power. Whenever that happens, we are not in our place. And we feel drained, and we feel our brain kind of foggy, and we think we are being flowy. We are not. We are not owning our power there. Things directly related to our life, they are meant to be decided by us and not anyone else. And the power of a decision, never underestimate the power of a decision. And we are not talking about good or bad decisions. That's really subjective. We are talking about owning the power of making one decision, because that is what places us in the center of our lives. And the solar plexus is a lot about that, owning our own decisions, and of course, being accountable by them. Whatever it is we choose, we need to be accountable. So some signs of a well-balanced solar plexus: we feel that we are in self-control of our life. Of course, we are the main character of our life when the solar plexus is really attuned and moving properly. We feel a lot of energy moving forward. There are a lot of courage. So courage is something that comes out of fear. Courage means that we fear something, but still we go ahead and do it. Doing is about the solar plexus, right? Action, doing, I do, I make it happen. So I have fear, but I do it anyway. So this is courage. Because if you were not afraid, courage would not be a theme. You wouldn't need courage to do things, right? So courage comes from here. This is a very sunny energy, very sparkling energy as well. We also feel very generous with everything. This solar plexus always reminds me of the card of the sun in the tarot. Always reminds me that. And also the sign of Leo. It has a lot of their abilities here. So we can move as a Leo, being generous, being the center of our lives, being the ones that make the decisions, being the ones that move ahead with courage, and so on and so on. So self-esteem is also a theme here. A well-balanced solar plexus makes us feel we do have a high self-esteem. We love ourselves, not just through the heart, but through owning our power, through owning our inner power, our motivations, our desires. Although desire is a bit more related to the sacral chakra, because we feel them. Okay, we feel the desire at the solar plexus level. We get that desire, we ignite it, we spark it, and we thrive. Yeah. Isabel, good morning, beautiful souls. Alexandra, how to deal with the permanent tension and pain in the solar plexus? Well, solar plexus is often connected to digestion as well. And if you experience pain or discomfort, it means that you are not able to digest what life throws at you. So there's frustration there. These are some signs of an unbalanced solar plexus. Some frustration, some anger, some things that you were expecting and they are not happening at the level of your expectation. So that permanent tension means that you are resisting something that life is throwing at you. And what you need to do to relax and accept, as with everything, relax and accept what you cannot change. Because if you could change, you've done that already. If you could do that. So that's permanent tension and pain has to do a lot about not being able to digest emotions, feelings, thoughts that arise, behaviors from other people, situations that are not under your control. So this has a lot to do with the power and the control. Because, well, we are the main characters of our lives, but we are secondary characters on everyone else's lives. And we don't get to be the main characters there, as they cannot get to be the main characters in our own lives. So another thing that you may feel, digestive problems, that what I wrote down. So fear, anger, narcissism, even digestive problems, mental confusion. So everything is related to an unbalanced sacral solar plexus chakra. Okay, learning to digest, it takes a lot of relaxation and change your perspective. Because unfortunately, well, we are not alone. And other people need to respect our own space, our own boundaries, our own power to decide. But we also need to do that regarding whatever is not under our control or that is not our place to control. So I'm guessing you have a lot of anxiety, Isabel, as well. A lot of anxiety because you cannot do things as you wish you could do. And what comes to mind, Isabel, luckily I have a good digestion, but a lot of resisting and anxiety. Yeah. Because digestion doesn't need to be physical, right? Here we are talking about energy. Sometimes it manifests in the body, literally, as in having a poor digestion. But the tension there, that's often energetic. And that's also your nervous system resisting the change. For instance, we saw at the sacral chakra level that when this one is imbalanced, when the sacral is balanced, we accept changes easily. And when it's not, we keep on resisting. And this on your solar plexus can be a symptom or a consequence of resisting any kind of change. Changing your thought, probably, changing the way that you experience situations, changing the way that you experience your own emotions. They need to arise, do their business, and go away. If we hold them into our body, they will stick there as tensions. And usually the tensions, they are placed in specific parts of our body related to specific parts of our life. Our body is the reflection of our life, on how we experience life. So, for instance, if you have, in your case, you have a tension in your stomach, but other people can feel a tension on their throat. That means that their voice is not being heard. Sometimes people, a lot of times, people feel tension in their shoulders, on their shoulders. That means that they are taking on responsibilities that are not only theirs to carry, and so on and so on. So our body speaks. Where you are holding your tension is where you need to let go, delegate even, or change your perspective over specific situations. Let me just drink a bit. I'm in the process, Isabel. I'm in the process of changing a lot. So good reminder for looking for excellence instead of perfectionism. Of course. Perfectionism can also be like a symptom of the solar plexus. Why? Because it is related to control. Related to control, when we want to be perfect, it means that we are controlling every step of the way to not make an error to everything. But there's no such thing as a perfect, whatever, perfect situation, perfect person, perfect feeling, perfect plan. There's no such thing as that. So when we struggle to perfect something, it means that we want to have everything under our control. So it's a matter of control. But excellence over perfectionism, that's a great awareness. Because yes, that's what we want. We don't want to be perfect. We want to be excellent at what we do. And being excellent doesn't mean that we are better than anyone else. It means that we are good at what we do. Period. And that takes a lot of practice, as everything in life. Thank you for sharing your story, Isabel. It means a lot. Okay, so PC saying this makes perfect, excellent sense. Perfectly put. Peace. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what else do I would like to tell you about this solar plexus chakra? Yeah, of course, this is the energetic center of power, competence, and confidence, of course. Self-worth also comes from here, self-esteem, leadership. When we lead from our place of power, we can do anything. Leading or being a leader is not the same thing as being a boss. Leaders, they show where to go and go with everyone else, so everyone is following them there. The boss just sits and says, so you go there, so they do not show. They are not part of the process. A leader is always part of the process, and we are leaders of our lives when we are part of our own process, when we are part of our decision making process, when we don't handle anything that power to anyone else. So being a leader in our lives, this is what it means. Yeah. What else would I like to tell you about this? I think we've covered it all. Yeah, I talked about the cords that can attach to our solar plexus to drain energy. So be careful about those. During the grounding meditation, we will do a part where we cut those cords. We always do, because most of the times we don't even realize that they are there. But we feel drained, we feel tired, we feel like having no energy. That's because someone else is using our energy, and we need those boundaries around. Okay, so how will this session go on now that we have talked a little bit about the solar plexus structure? We will have a grounding meditation for us to connect right here and right now with ourselves, with the community that is here either on the live or on the replay, and of course with Mother Earth, bringing us to the present moments. And afterwards, we will have a specific meditation regarding the solar plexus. And then I will draw a card from this beloved Oracle card deck from the Star Dragons. They always have a message for us, one or two message for us. It's like they listen to our conversations here and they just come to wrap up what was being said, what was being thought of, what was being felt. And then I will give you some affirmations for you to connect with the solar plexus energy whenever you need, and a practice that you can perform today, tomorrow, or whenever you feel like your power is slipping away. Yes, and Karen asks, cords are always from other people or other things? Yes. The ones that attach to us, yes, but sometimes we are the ones that send out those cords to attach to something. And we need to be aware of that as well, of course. Hi, guest. What's your name, guest? Can you help with maladaptive daydreaming? Devi. Hi, Devi. Can you help with maladaptive daydreaming? What does that mean? Devi, can you explain a little bit further so I know what we are talking about? Does that mean that you live a lot in your head? Because any kind of daydreaming, or instead of focusing on study, I start daydreaming that I have already achieved a lot of things. Okay. So daydreaming is needed. That's why it exists. Daydreaming is needed, but if it takes up most of your time, yeah, you need to focus on the ground. You need to ground yourself. So, because daydreaming without action and without grounding, it will not manifest anything. We need the daydreaming, or we need the plan of ideas. We need to have dreams, have plans, ignite our creativity. We need that. But if we are not grounded, we will not be able to manifest it, because we need the grounding. And most of the time when we stay at this level, meaning in our head, always thinking or always dreaming or always planning and not doing anything, you will just stay there. You will keep on dreaming, you will keep on planning, you will keep on imagining or idealizing or fantasizing. So what you need to do is really to work on your root chakra and get literally your feet on the ground. If you can walk bare feet when you are studying, if you can be bare feet, excellent. If you can be in the middle of nature, excellent, because that will help you to focus a lot. Chris says, my daughter is the same way. She has to catch herself, since it's her way of protecting, defending herself, kind of disassociating. Yeah. Yeah. But no harm comes from there. But having that awareness and knowing that they really need to settle down and put their feet on the ground, even soaking the feet into warm water and salt, that will help to ground. Those are practices that really help to ground. And walking in nature, it will really help with focus. Really help. Hi, Laura. Bom dia. Welcome. Bem-vinda. Okay. So, talking about grounding. Devi, we are about to do a grounding meditation, so come along. For this meditation, you will need a cup of water or a cup of tea to have nearby. You will need to drink it at the end of the meditation to replace everything we will be taking out during these minutes. It takes approximately 20 minutes, this meditation. So find a comfortable position, either sitting or laying down. Chris, thank you. You're most welcome. Sitting or laying down, sitting either on a chair or directly on the floor. It's up to you. Just in a comfortable position where you can be without tensions, where you can just follow my voice and be relaxed. Okay. And Peace says, I love these sessions together, right? Even when you fall asleep, they make the way through you. So they are always present as well. So if you are sitting on a chair or directly on the floor, make sure that your spine is aligned. You can help with that by rolling your shoulders back until they crack and imagining you have a string pulling you up from the top of your head, right? Like a string coming down from the ceiling and doing this. That way your vertebrae will be on top of each other and the energy can easily flow up and down. That's what we are going for. Okay, if you are, also helps if you are sitting on a chair to place your feet parallel to the floor, like your soles really touching the floor. And if you cannot reach the floor with your feet, you can put a pillow underneath them. That way you will be automatically connecting with the ground. If you are already sitting on the ground, you can just crisscross your legs. Hands facing down, because we will be grounding. And this gesture helps us to do just that, to ground, to direct our energy towards Mother Earth. If you are laying, also place your feet parallel to the floor. That means that your knees will be high and supporting each other, and that way your spine will be automatically aligned on the surface you are on. For extra comfort, you can place a pillow underneath the back of your knees and or underneath the back of your neck. Hands facing down as well, either alongside your body or somewhere on your body, like your heart, your stomach, your belly. As long as they are facing the ground, you're good to go. Okay. So I will now invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath all the way to your belly, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling as deeply as you can and exhaling as slowly as you can. So let's bring some air to our body. Inhale one more time, deeply all the way to your belly. And out. And one more time. Inhale deeply. And exhale. And now keep breathing at your own pace, as deeply as you can and as slowly as you can. And take your attention to your root chakra, located in the base of your spine. And imagine you have a golden cord coming out of that chakra and going all the way down to the center of the earth, crossing through every layer on the planet until it connects with the core. So the golden cord goes through the crust and then through the mantle through the outer core and into the inner core. And you can either plug it in or wrap it around it, whichever image resonates with you better. Take a deep breath here and out. This cord will function as a drain to whatever it is not working for you anymore, physically, emotionally, and mentally. So take your attention to your physical body first and notice if there are any tensions in your body, any rigid muscles. Using your breath, you will push all those tensions down the golden cord and into Mother Earth so they can be transmuted. Take a deep breath and push. Take one more deep breath and push. Let all those tensions go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth. They are not serving you right now. Take one more deep breath and push. Take your attention now to your emotional body. And notice if there are any emotions lingering around, any sadness, anger, fear, shame, guilt, whatever they are. Using your breath, you will also push them down the golden cord and into Mother Earth so they can be transmuted. Take a deep breath and push. Take one more deep breath and push. Let all those emotions go down the golden cord and into Mother Earth. They are not serving you right now. Take one more deep breath. And out. Take your attention to your mental body now. And notice if there are any thoughts coming to you, any worries, any anxieties, any to-do lists. Let them come, but put them inside bubbles. So when using your breath, they can easily go down the golden cords and into Mother Earth to be transmuted as well. So take a deep breath and push. Take one more deep breath and push. Let all those bubbles of thoughts go down the golden cords and into Mother Earth. They are not serving you right now. Take one more deep breath and out. And now keep breathing at your own pace, as deeply as you can and as slowly as you can. And take your attention to your aura around you. This is an egg-shaped shelter that surrounds and protects your vital space, where nothing nor anyone is allowed to be except yourself. Imagine your aura to be golden and observe its limits. Notice if there are any holes or any tears, any cords coming in, muddy or foggy areas, energetic debris. So if you find a hole, fill it with golden light. If you find a tear, mend it using a golden string. Cords coming in, cut them using golden scissors or a golden sword. Take a deep breath here and out. mud, or fog, you can clean them using a golden cloth. And energetic debris, you can sweep it using a golden broom. Take a deep breath and out. Any object or tool you may have used to take care of the limits of your aura, you can now let them go, down the golden cord and into Mother Earth. Remember that this is your vital space. Nothing nor anyone is allowed to be there except yourself, not even the objects or tools you may have created. So let them go. And on the top of your head, inside your aura, imagine a golden rosebud. This rosebud rotates and has sticky petals that grab anything at their passage. It will help you to clean the space between your physical skin and the limits of your aura. So let it rotate all around you, from the top to the bottom, cleaning thoroughly every inch, every centimeter of your vital space. Take a deep breath and out. Take one more deep breath and out. And one more deep breath and out. And once the rosebud has reached the bottom of your aura, you can let it go, down the golden cord and into Mother Earth, so it can be transmuted. And using your hand, your physical hand or your hand of light, cut the golden cord you have attached to the root chakra, let it fall down to the ground, so it too is transmuted, and put on a new golden cord, coming out of the root chakra and going all the way down to the center of the earth as we did before, going through every layer of the planet until it connects with the core. And you can either plug it in or wrap it around it, whichever image resonates with you better. Take a deep breath and out. And now outside your aura, imagine 4 rooted roses around you. 1 rose in front of you, 1 on the left, one behind you, and one on the right. Let these roses come in any color that they wish. Just make sure they are well rooted, that they are healthy, and that they are roses and not any other plant or flower. These are your guardian roses. They are here to protect you, to help you with visualization and with separation, separating your energy from everybody else's, so we can all learn to respect each other's vital spaces. Take a deep breath and out. Take one more deep breath and out. And one more deep breath and out. If one or more of these roses does not look well, is dried out or fading away, please blow up all the roses. Let their ashes come down to the ground to be transmuted, and put on a new set of 4 rooted roses around your aura. You may have to do this several times, and it's okay. Do it as many times as you need to ensure you have healthy roses surrounding you. And take one more deep breath here. And out. And on the top of your head, imagine a golden sun. This sun represents the highest creative and healing energy of the present moment. So feel its warmth, feel its rays touching your skin, and imagine this sun coming inside your body through the crown of your head and slowly moving down, bringing within its golden light with a sense of peace and harmony. This sun goes through your head, down to your neck, and then into your chest, touching every cell in your body, every tissue, and every organ, making you shine from the inside out. Take a deep breath here and out. The sun continues to move down, now to your stomach, to your belly, to your genitals, goes down your thighs, your knees, and exits your body through your feet and back to Mother Earth. And because this is a very intense energy for our body to be holding on to, please place the palms of your hands directly on the ground in front of you so that you can dump the excess amount of this energy, release it, and have just enough, not more and not less than what you need right now. If you cannot reach the floor with the palms of your hands, you can just shake your hands alongside your body. Shake them, fingers pointing to the ground so the energy has somewhere to go to. Shake them, and the energy will flow out of your body through your fingers and back to Mother Earth. It will have the same effect as placing the hands directly on the floor. Go with what feels most comfortable for you. If you do not release the excess amount of this energy, you may be feeling very tired and dizzy afterwards. So if that is to happen, please keep placing the palms of your hands directly on the floor, shake them alongside your body, and drink lots of water. You can also walk bare feet for a while, even if it's just on your room. Out in the nature would be perfect, on the grass, hugging a tree, everything that helps you to just be back and releasing the excess amount of that golden light. And now, whenever you are feeling ready, you can gently come back to the room, wiggle your fingers, your toes, open your eyes, stretch if you feel like you were just waking up from a nap, that 20 something minutes of a nap. And drink that water or tea that you have nearby. We were releasing a lot of things out of our system, and now it's time to replace those same spots. Okay, so how are you feeling? I was feeling a lot of tightness throughout the meditation. Only now at the end, I felt things just being okay, or at least more relaxed. So were you feeling that tightness? Was everything, were you resisting releasing what you are holding and no longer serves you? Please share on the comments what you felt during this meditation. How are you feeling now? If you notice anything different from the beginning of the meditation and now at the end, go ahead. I have some more of my tea to drink. Lana, I felt very tight. Okay, Lana. Yeah, that's why we were breathing so much, because I was feeling the tightness from everyone. I feel better now. Wonderful, Lana, wonderful. So it worked. Cheryl, I felt tension in my ribs. I feel I can breathe fuller. Yeah, because you were opening, right? Because whenever we breathe, we bring some more space to our body, meaning that we are relaxing our muscles. So we are opening up, because tension does this, right? Does this and does not gives us an opportunity to open up. unless we direct our energy there. Okay, whenever we breathe, we do this. We breathe in and out a little bit. Breathe in and out. In and out. And eventually the tensions melt away. But yes, a lot of tension here. Well, this is the chakra of control. So of course there was tension. Holding on, controlling something. Letting go is hard, especially if we are trained to hold on to things, to hold on to our plans, to hold on to our perfectionisms, to hold on to every situation we need to have under control, because we are trained to do that. Although we are not quite aware of that, but we are trained to do that. And whenever the opportunity presents itself for us to just let go of that control, that's uncomfortable because we don't know how that works. But just trust your breathing. Your breathing knows, and your body knows at all times. All times, your body knows first than your mind. So if you trick your mind by breathing and by grounding, your body starts to feel safer. And so it opens up instead of closing down. Okay. Does anyone else would like to share how they felt during the meditation? Go ahead, write on the comments. This meditation, we always do them every single live session here on Inside Timer. We always do this meditation, always. And then we work on whatever we need to work on each session. But this is like the ex libris of these live sessions here. We always do it. Why? Because if we are grounded, we are relaxed and we are in presence here and not anywhere else. We are here. And being here transforms everything. It's our presence that transforms, not anything else. Okay. So for this next meditation, we will meditate specifically with the solar plexus. So again, if you want to grab something yellow to have nearby, you can bring it closer. If you need a refill of your water or tea, go ahead and grab some. And we will do the same thing as before, either sitting or laying down. So the point here is just to be comfortable. The only difference is that instead of having our hands facing down, we will be having our hands facing up. Okay, facing up. Because we will be receiving. We will be open to receive whatever is coming our way. Okay. So as we were saying, or as I was saying before, the solar plexus is all about being in control. Well, not being in control. Owning our power. Okay. The word control is when there's an unbalanced situation regarding to the solar plexus. So power or inner power are the words of the part that is balanced, where that is running smoothly, that is running as it should. Okay, helping us to be centered. So center here will be the word that will guide us through this next meditation. So sit down, relax, lay down, relax. Put your hands up and close your eyes. Let's do 3 more deep breaths before we start. So those tensions can still, the remaining tensions can still dissolve. So breathe in deeply through your nose. breathe out slowly through your mouth. This kind of breathing tells our nervous system that it's safe to relax. So, especially the long exhale, that's where the relaxation comes. Okay, so we are filling us in with the air, so we can then exhale slowly and having a long exhale. So once more, inhale deeply through your nose and exhale slowly. Once more, inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Okay. Now keep breathing at your own rhythm. Roll your shoulders back once more. Imagine you have a string pulling you up from the top of your head. And just close your eyes, hands facing up. And now outside your aura and beyond the guardian roses, imagine a yellow rooted rose growing in front of you. You will now connect this rose to your solar plexus using two golden strings. One string that comes out of the rose into your solar plexus, and another string that comes out of your solar plexus and into the rose. This way, we are establishing a two-way communication channel. Take a deep breath and out. Ask the rose to open its petals. And to show you a forest with a clear pathway in front of you. Take a look at that pathway. What is it made of? What kind of soil is it made of? Is it rocky, sandy, muddy? Does it have leaves or flowers, grass growing on the sides? Just observe. Just let your imagination flow. Validate what you see and how you feel at all times. Don't second guess yourself. Take a deep breath here and out. Walk down that pathway until you find a clearance in the forest, a wide open space that allows you to see the sky. Put yourself in the center of that clearance and notice, how do you look like? What clothes are you wearing? How's your hair? Your facial expression? And are you doing anything, or just standing, or just sitting? Again, look at the soil on that clearance. Is it different from the pathway, or is it a continuation? Is it made out of the same thing? Stones or mud, or even water if it applies. Take a deep breath here and out. Now look at the sky above you. Can you see the sun illuminating the clearance and yourself? Is it cloudy, stormy, rainy? What's the weather like? Now notice the trees around the clearance. What is happening there? Are there animals? Are there any dark places? Are you afraid of what's in there, what is hidden there? Take a deep breath here and out. If you had a word to describe what you see and how you feel, what word would it be? Do you keep yourself in the center or are you moving around? Are you stepping out of the clearance? Or do you feel comfortable being at the center? Take a mental note on that. Don't second guess yourself. Stick with the first feeling, the first thought that arises. Take a deep breath and out. You will now ask the yellow rose to close its petals and to remove the strings that connect the rose to your solar plexus. And imagine a sun on the top of the rose. The sun enters the rose through their petals and goes down its stem and leaves, leaving a golden trail where it passes. The sun goes all the way down to the roots and exits to Mother Earth. You can now explode this rose and let its golden ashes come down to the ground to be transmuted. And imagine a second yellow rooted rose growing in front of you, outside your aura and beyond the guardian roses. Once again, connect the rose to your solar plexus using two golden strings. One string that comes out of the rose into the solar plexus, and another string that comes out of the solar plexus and into the rose. Take a deep breath here and out. Ask the rose to open its petals and to show you the same scenery as before, starting at the pathway. Carefully observe that pathway. Is it the same as before? Is the forest the same, or did anything change? Maybe it's no longer muddy. Maybe the flowers have changed. The species of the trees have changed. The light might have changed as well. Maybe the path became clearer. So walk down that pathway until you find the clearance. Is it the same as before? What do you do when you get there? Do you look around? Do you organize anything? Do you go straight up to the center? And how do you look like now? Your clothes, your facial expression, your hair. Did anything change? What about the sky? What's the weather like now? Are you waiting for the sun to come out? Or do you find another solution? So the clearance is illuminated. And how are you relating now with the trees around the clearance? Do you see some shady areas, dark areas? Can you see animals or even maybe other people? Are you feeling comfortable at the clearance? Notice the details. Follow your imagination. Don't second guess yourself. Validate what you see and how you feel at all times. And if you had a word to describe what you see and how you feel right now, what word would it be? Take a deep breath and out. Ask the rose to close its petals and remove the strings that connect it to your solar plexus. And explode the yellow rose. Let its ashes come down to the ground to be transmuted. And on the top of your head, imagine a golden sun. This sun represents the highest creative and healing energy of the present moment. And it enters your body through the crown of your head. And slowly moving down, bringing within its golden light, filled with a sense of peace and harmony. The golden sun comes down from your head to your throat, and then to your chest, touching every cell in your body, every tissue, and every organ, making you shine from the inside out. Take a deep breath and out. The sun continues to go down to your stomach. And then to your belly. To your genitals. Goes down your thighs. Your knees. And exits your body through your feet and back to Mother Earth. Take a deep breath here. And out. You can now dump the excess amount of this energy by placing your hands directly on the floor. So you can have just enough, not more and not less than what you need right now. You can also shake your hands alongside your body, fingers pointing to the ground so the energy has somewhere to go to. Shake them, and the energy will flow out of your body through your fingers and back to Mother Earth. If you don't release the excess amount of this energy, you may be feeling very tired and dizzy afterwards. If that happens, keep placing your hands directly on the ground, shake your hands alongside your body, and drink lots of water. If needed, you can also walk bare feet for a while. So the excess amount of that golden light can go directly to Mother Earth. Our body cannot hold it that much. Take a deep breath and out. And whenever you are feeling ready, you can gently come back to the room, wiggle your fingers, your toes, open your eyes, and stretch if you feel like it. Again, waking up from a nap. And of course, drink that water or tea that you have nearby, because once again, we were releasing a lot of things that do not serve us anymore, and we need to replace those same spaces with water or tea. So go ahead. So, how was it? What did you feel? Would anyone would like to share their experience? Do you notice anything changing from the first rose to the second rose? What happened there? Sometimes it's just like it becomes lighter, it becomes brighter. Everything is the same, but the light has changed. The colors may have changed. So let us know. How was it? Okay. I need a refill from my beverage here. This time I felt some tension still, but not as much as during the grounding meditation. So, of course, something has changed since the beginning of the session. Okay. So, Melissa, hi, Melissa. You are saying second rose was more hopeful. It usually is. Because when we make this change from the first rose to the second rose, it's meant something there to happen between them. Okay, so if you felt it more hopeful, yes, that was the whole point. Isabel, lots of yawning. You were releasing. Okay, a lot of when we yawn, when we burp, when we feel something like a chill throughout the body, that's the energy moving, stagnant energy moving. That's what we want. So yawning is okay. Burping is okay. Um, First word peace. Second word beauty. The second clearance was a beach with white sand and turquoise water. How beautiful is that? How beautiful. Isabel, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, because it doesn't need to be like, you don't have to be stuck with one image that I give you. Just let your imagination is the language. No, symbols are the language of the higher self. Imagination is the means through which these symbols come to us. Yeah. So using metaphors, using this symbology, it's really meaningful because symbols have a way of bypassing the ego. The ego is supposed to be there, like protecting us from something the ego thinks that we need to be protected from. But so it's really resistance to any insights. The ego does that. It has its own job to do, to perform, and it's okay. But if we want to get insights, we use symbols, we use stories, we use archetypes, because ego does not get, we are talking symbols. And so instead of being there, just, I always imagine ego being like a guard, like this, with a lot of gates behind. And like, no, 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 nothing is going to pass here. But then stories come and symbols come and metaphors come and ego does, oh, oh, that's a nice thing. Yeah, yeah, nothing is happening here. So this is what happens. That's why we have so much insights when we are on this imaginative kind of state, or this meditative state, this uh, altered state of consciousness. Meditating is that. Okay, because we are just putting our guards down and being available to receiving whatever is coming our way. Mira, oh, let me read. You always have so beautiful insights. So first rose, earthy path in the forest, going into the thick forest, continuing from yesterday's meditation. Clearance had a little cottage. Oh, it has same soil, but with beautiful green grass. I'm wearing a beautiful floral flowy dress and a floral tiara. I'm dancing and singing in the clearance. I go checking the cottage, but find it empty. Something feels missing. Word, wait, contemplate. Very weird seeing the energy of the visualization was high and moving. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we were contemplating yesterday, so this is a continuation, right? Everything that we have been doing here is a continuation. Since the roots, on the root, we went down the tree, remember that? On the sacral, we were by a river, in a forest as well, or at least in the nature. Yesterday, we had a bench, right? Overlooking the environment. Um, Second rose, sunnier, path with colorful roses and grass growing on the sides. I'm skipping to reach the clearance. Sunny cottage still there, smoke coming out of the chimney, colors more vivid, green grass and flowers and roses. I'm wearing a white dress with white flower tiara. I'm dancing, but it seems more grounded, quieter. However, I feel happier, but my happiness is more of contentment. Healed, quiet, present, grounded joy. I go to the cottage and it turns out it's mine. I open the door and two young kids come out, calling to me and playing. Their dad follows, carrying a third child. He hugs me and our kids play around us. I'm not married nor have kids yet. The man I saw is my significant other, whom I'm in a long distance relationship with. Hmm. Words, oh, goosebumps. Words, fulfillment, contentment, reward. I think this might be my desires manifesting in a visual rather than a message to me. Well, this is how you feel towards the situation, right? This is how you feel. Remember, you are we are working with the center stage of your life right now. And so you are probably putting everything into their own places for things to manifest. So this is the message. This is about how you feel about the situation. Yeah. So maybe this doesn't have to be a message from the future, but it is indeed a message from your higher self. So you are making things comfy, not just for yourself, but for the ones you are relating with. And this cottage has to do with your heart chakra. More on that tomorrow. It's really interesting because, yes, our meditation tomorrow is really similar to what you just described. Really interesting, Mira. You are skipping the solar plexus and going directly to the heart. Natalie, really enjoyed the visualization. I realized how much I love the forest. Oh, there you go. Ellen, hi Ellen. It felt like with the second rose, there was a sense of lightening, of easing, of enlightening. It felt easier to simply be and experience being present, like I can breathe more deeply. Yep, yep, of course, of course. And Z's saying I'm on the beach walking. So, Isabel, Isabel was just saw that Z. Just saw that. Ellen, such a beautiful share, Mira. And Mira says, thank you, Ellen. Yeah, beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Would anyone else would like to share? So go ahead, comment. We always have time for your sharings. And in the meantime, Alexandra, resonate with 100% resonate with what you said. So there you go. There you go. Because this is whenever we are reading, because here we are reading our own energy, okay? Although we are experiencing almost like if it's a third person, but we are reading our own energy and we are just having the messages for that energy to be clearer for us, right? It's like a translation of our feelings, of our thoughts, of our actions into a specific image. So we are being shown what is happening within us. Yeah. Okay, so I will shuffle and take a card from our beloved Star Dragons to see what message they have for us today regarding the solar plexus, regarding our inner power, regarding our actions. Mira, regarding our actions. So you are acting upon what you feel is right. Right? Okay. So, dear dragons, what do you have to tell us about our inner power, our sense of self-worth, about our confidence, leadership, relationship with ourselves? They have a lot to say. And a little bit more. Okay. So the message from the dragons today is grief, accepting loss, losing what we do not control. Grief may arise, but there are some things that we need to let go. Accepting loss is about that. Loss of control is about that. Even if a part of us must die, we need to accept that some things are no longer under our control. Look at that. It's a very gray kind of card. Yeah, and we have skulls in it, symbolizing the death of some parts of our ego. Hmm? because ego likes to control everything. And we just need, in order to go with the flow, in order to let our life unfold before our eyes, we need to let go of things that no longer serve us, including the perfectionism, situations that are not ours to control. So there are no barriers between what we want and who we are. Because sometimes this is kind of different. What we think we want and who we truly are. Let me just read the booklet. What does it say? The card is the 17. 17, 17, 17. They say it is better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all. But the pain is real and trying. When faced with loss, don't deny the gravity of the situation. Take time to truly process and accept the hand dealt. There will be tears, depression, sorrow, but acceptance will come once the cycle has run its course. Work towards accepting the loss. Own your grief and wear it like an armor. Let it shield your heart like a chest plate. There is no shame, but power in the trial. Own the power of grieving and all its release. Let go. Let it flow through you. Wear it with pride. Strength will come with time. Beautiful. Melissa says, such an appropriate card for Good Friday. Yeah, it is. Because we are letting go, right? We are letting go. Whatever is not serving us, we are dying. We are letting some things about ourselves to die so we can resurrect. Stronger, healthier, lighter. So that we can start a new life. Literally a new life. But for that, yes, we must accept loss. And we must feel the grief, not hold on to the grief. Holding on to the grief will make us a lot of tensions around our energetic system. But letting grief come, accept it, feel it, and let it go. Okay. If we do not go through this acceptance, we may be fooling ourselves. Oh no, I don't need to feel sad about the situation. I do not need to feel depressed about my loss. So I'm superior than that, and I will just move on. Yeah, but the grief will still be there. It will be stuck. So allow it to come to the surface, feel it, feel sad, cry, whatever it takes, and let it go. So we can have a new life. Yes. Not everything is meant to come with us into the next cycle. So some things must die, symbolically. Some things must die, either if it is a kind of thought, a kind of emotion, a belief system, a relationship, several relationships, the job, the way we relate to our health, the way we relate to our body, whatever it is, it must die, must be gone, so we can start fresh. Okay, so I would say this is the message for us today. Because considering we are talking about the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is about our inner power, and our inner power comes with controlling, again, talking about this, comes with controlling. And if we do not accept the loss, we will still be over controlling something. We will still be holding on to something instead of just let it flow. Do their job and just go away. So this is the message for today. And now I will leave you with some affirmations for you to connect with your inner power or with your solar plexus energy whenever you need. And these affirmations are the ones that follow. So 3 affirmations. I am powerful, I respect myself and others, and I am motivated to follow my purpose, my pathway. I will write them here. I am powerful. I respect myself and others. Everyone has their own inner power, right? And I am motivated to follow my purpose. You can write them down on your journal, get back to them whenever you need. Just saying them out loud will resonate with the cells of your body. Your voice will resonate. But if you don't feel comfortable in saying them out loud, you can just say them silently or repeat on writing them. Okay, do as it feels more comfortable for you. And for the practice of the day, I will invite you to get a bay leaf and write there something you need to accept the loss or to transform or to let go. Something in your life. It can be a word, it can be a sentence, whatever it is. Write it down on the bay leaf, light the candle, and then burn it. And then the ashes, you can just put them in a vase, out in a forest. It would be nice to have them on a forest. But yes, the fire will rapidly transform something, and it will release what no longer serves you. Yes, this is just a little ritual for the solar plexus today. Mira lost part of the message as my connection randomly got interrupted. Oh, for me, I feel that I need to let go of the ego and of my rigid thoughts and beliefs before accepting new blessings. Yes, that's basically what I was saying. Basically, Mira, that we need to let go either behaviors, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve us, relationships that no longer serve us, change the way we relate to our body, the way we relate to ourselves, and so on and so on. Yeah, so yeah, basically you summed up what I was saying. Ah, okay, I'm tuned in. Yes, you are. So I am moving from France to England after 23 years. Wow, that's a big change. So a huge change. Were you born in France or in England or somewhere else? So are you returning to your roots or are you moving your roots to somewhere else? Ellen, what is the significance of it being a bay leaf? Is it a specific symbol? Well, bay leaves, they have healing powers. Not only for our body, well, at least here in Portugal, we used a lot bay leaves into our cooking because it has a substance that helps with digestion. So that's the physical part of the bay leaf. And then the smell, it also has healing powers to it. The aroma of the bay leaf will go directly to your brain and it will help you like to freshen up something. Freshen up. And it is used, if we go mystical, it is used in a lot of rituals. So that's the symbology of it. Because it has a lot of because it is used in a lot of rituals. The bay leaf itself has a lot of energy to it. So whenever we use it to transform something, it already carries like an ancient kind of energy to it. Okay, Ellen, that's the only reason, because it's something that it's already used. And the more we do something, it's almost like we create an entity, an egregore. Yes? Does that make sense for you, Ellen? Same thing with roses. The more we use the roses, the more power they have over us, in a good way. They have strength. So the bay leaf is filled with that strength that comes from ancient times. So depending on the cultures, it could be bay leaf or something else. Here I'm using the Mediterranean or Iberical kind of history and culture. So no, I was born in England. Okay. Okay. So you are returning to your roots. Interesting. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, dear ones. So we are just wrapping up the session today. Tomorrow we will meditate with the heart chakra. Bring something green or pink with yourselves so you can have that frequency nearby. The heart chakra is the bridge between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. So we will have the meditation with the heart chakra, and then we will have Easter Sunday. We will not have a session on Sunday for obvious reasons, I would say. And then we will be back on Monday. And so this session is recorded. I will upload it later today. You can find the link. If you have Instagram, you can find the link there later on today. You can follow, if you do not follow me there, you can find me as the Feminine Path Project. You can also find me on Facebook as Amar Sintra. Or you can just write down my name and find me on both platforms. If you would like to reach me through Insight Timer, the messaging is back, so you can send me a message. I saw a lot of your messages from Monday. I was not able yet to respond to them all, but I will. Okay. I hope today, at least at the end of this day, I can answer back to everyone. You can also send me an email. You can find my website here on Insight Timer on my profile. You can send me an email, you can send me a message directly here. And yeah, that's it. I always respond to messages, although sometimes it can take a few days, but I always get back to you. Okay, so feel free to reach out. Any comments, any questions, whatever it is. Okay. And Ellen says, thank you for explaining about the belief. It's very interesting. Of course, Matt, thank you. Thank you for your presence as well. It was lovely once again to have you on the sessions. Please donate so I can keep doing this. Karen says, thank you. I sent you a message and I'm glad to hear from you. I saw your message, Karen. I already read your message. I was not able to respond on time because it was just before this session here, but I will get back to you ASAP. Okay, I will. And so let me share, yeah, because I just read Karen's message. Yes, whenever you are planning on coming up for a trip in Portugal, you can also reach me out because I do have a guest house that it's on another platform. I cannot say it here. But if it's you and your family, you can stay here close by. Okay, Sintra is a very beautiful place. From here, you can visit Lisbon, you can visit Ericeira, you can go to Mafra, you can go to, well, it's a tiny country, so you can go like base camp here and then you go and search for beautiful places. So go ahead. If you want to know more about that, just ask me and I will reply back as I will now to Karen. Thank you so much. Um, Mita, thank you so much. Beautiful session as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. And have a beautiful day ahead, a beautiful evening if that's the case. And I see you tomorrow. Okay. Much love to all of you, and see you soon. Mwah.